Hello everyone, welcome back to Mindful and Mellow. Today we're going to do a Celtic Cross Tarot Reading. We're going to use the Robin Wood Tarot deck, and I will pull one card from both the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle card and the Romance Angel Oracle card. So you're getting a little bit of sunlight kind of shining through here. That's a little bit of like the shadows or the colors that you're seeing coming through. Let's jump right into it. Let's see what your current energy is. What's your current energy? Tell us about your current energy. Cut the deck. Okay, current energy, we have the King of Wands. You're being crossed by the Three of Cups. It's wonderful. In the more recent past, we have the Three of Swords. In your conscious mind, we have the Death card. Okay, in your subconscious mind, we have the Eight of Swords. Okay. What's coming towards you in the future? The Emperor. All right, I really like that a lot. That's really good. So we've already got two major arcana cards here on the table. Great news. Okay. You are represented by the Five of Swords. The Five of Wands. The personal situation that you're thinking about is the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups. Don't you love this Ace of Cups card, by the way, in this deck? Look how beautiful it is. Like, look at the bright colors. I really like it. It's very unique here, but there's water overflowing in this particular cup. I like the light colors. I like the yellows, and then it kind of transitions into almost like an orangey glow, and then purples and pinks. In the area of your hopes and fears, you have the Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands. Then, in the outcome, you have the Ace of Swords. Okay, so a couple of things. Notice we have two aces here. So we have two aces in this column. One representing the personal situation coming towards you, and then the Ace of Swords, another ace, in the outcome. Okay. So let's just jump right into this. So right now you're being crossed by the King of Wands and the Three of Cups. So the King of Wands, he is like a very industrious, but he's also a very passionate person. Like, he has a lot of passions he's pursuing, and he's really coming into his own. So he's really kind of grown and evolved, and I feel like he really has a lot of fiery passion about something, and he's really pursuing that. And he might be doing this with other people too. This might be doing something with friends, might be doing it with a group of investors or somebody, but this is often like a partnership with other people. And you might be, exploring something similar, and or you're also just kind of celebrating a success or a brand new beginning. Maybe you're launching something new or starting something new, whether it be a new endeavor. Maybe it's like you're teaching yoga, for example, or you're starting a new business or whatever, or just even pursuing something new of interest. Maybe you're going somewhere, right? Maybe you're moving away, or you're doing something new, and you're kind of celebrating your last days somewhere. I just get that. I don't know for whom, but that might be for somebody. So that's kind of what I'm getting. The wands are all about that fiery energy, and you can definitely sense that with this King of Wands too, right? He actually even looks like he's on fire with the red. That his cloak, his cape, whatever you want to call it, is really with the red. Red represents passion. I always say red is the color of passion. So here, he is a very passionate, but he's also kind of picking something up and starting anew, right? When he's got this wand. A lot of bright, positive energy here. So you are aligned with your desires. You are in a very positive, like it feels like you're in a very positive place. You're in a good spot. You've got a lot of interest. You've got a lot of things you're pursuing. You're surrounded by, good friends and family. And maybe you're coming into a week where you're celebrating something. Of course, we are coming in to a holiday week with the Thanksgiving week at the end of the week. So really like to see this. I feel like this is a great transition too, because I feel like in your more recent past, you might have experienced like a disappointment. And sometimes, remember, disappointments, sometimes they are called blessings in disguise, okay? So you might have had a disappointment in the past, in your recent past, right? This is all about heartache, pain, a little bit of disappointment, sadness. Maybe you felt a little bit of alone. Maybe you felt like, maybe you ended a relationship with somebody, or you just decided that the relationship that you were involved with is not really for you. So this could be kind of overcoming some of that pain, but this tells me, you're in a much better spot. So you've made a good transition from here into here, where you're a little bit more involved in pursuing your passions. Maybe you were doing something that really wasn't fulfilling, and it was just kind of like making you feel depressed and upset. So excuse me, I'm a little stuffed up. I don't know why. But yeah, so maybe that's kind of what I'm getting with this. The Ace of, these three of Wands. As a side note, don't you just love the illustration on this one? I really like the giant heart, but you definitely get the sense of like the rain, the clouds. It's dreary, it's cold, it's not really uplifting. Okay, And I think that aligns kind of like what you're like where you are mentally too, because when we look at this card, the death card, it's not necessarily about death, but this is all about a brand new beginning. The white rose is all about purity. So death is a significant transition. You're transitioning from one thing to another, right? I think there's many. I won't say we all do, but I was like, let's say many of us believe that when someone does die, when there's a death, it's not necessarily the ending. It's just a transition from the physical, mortal being that we see and experience today into energy. Remember, we're all energy, so energy can never be destroyed. It just is really just transitions and changes. So the death card is about changing. So in your conscious mind, you've been consciously maybe looking for some change. If this applies to you, you've been looking for something, right? And I think in your subconscious mind, this is something to be mindful of, right? The Eight of Wands. I'm sorry, the Eight of Swords. I don't know why I keep mixing those two up. The Eight of Wands, the Eight of Swords is really all about it could be about being in your head and also kind of not seeing other things. And so maybe you've been very you've almost been blindfolded. You've almost been blindfolded, right? You've been kind of not seeing what's going on around you. So this might be an opportunity to look and think about the opportunities and the possibilities. Okay, and those are the two things that I'm getting, and that's what this is telling me. Is like with this Eight of Swords, you've been kind of in your head and maybe narrowly focused, and maybe you've been focusing on the negativity, and that's why these things keep happening. So I'm definitely getting a sense of this experience is you're so focused on that, and you expect it almost. So it happened in the past, right? So just be mindful of that, because as you come into this brand new, as you transition to something new and exciting, and you're certainly there now, I'm certainly getting that vibe now. Be careful with your subconscious, because what can happen is even though you're making a move into there's a new passion, there's a celebration with friends perhaps, you might end up getting back into this cycle because your mind is almost expecting it. You're in your mind, you're wrapped up in your head. Subconsciously perhaps, and so just be aware of that. Be very careful, okay? But again, the death card is about a brand new beginning, and what's coming towards you is the Emperor. I mean, the Emperor, he is in a position of control. This is one of the major arcana cards, right? He is a very wise, highly respected man. So this is all about kind of also positioning your self-concept. Who do you say that you are? Who do you envision yourself to be? And the more you kind of frame that, you to remind yourself who you are, who you truly are. You are, respected, loved, you're valued and appreciated. These are the kind of things. You will see more signs of that. That's a fundamental law of attraction concept, right? But the Emperor, he is in a position of power. He is in a position of authority, okay? So you might be moving into this thing where people see you as an authority figure on something. So, maybe you got a particular skill, a gift, and then maybe that's something where you are an authority. So one thing to think about is, what do you do particularly well, or what makes you particularly unique, and where are you an authority figure in that particular area, right? Some people are authority figures in finance and legality matters. They're like attorneys in a particular niche, but other people just have a particular great skill, use of Excel. Look at Miss Excel online. Miss Excel, her name is Kat Norton. She's just a subject matter expert in Excel, which sounds like, well, isn't there? Aren't a lot of people subject matter experts in Excel? Is there a demand for subject matter experts in Excel? And the short answer is yeah. She created a whole YouTube channel. She created a TikTok channel, and she's been raking in the bucks because she is a subject matter expert in that. So what I'm getting with this Emperor is, where are you a subject matter expert? Where are your experiences and opinions and where is that highly sought after? Where is that particularly valuable? What value do you bring is kind of what I'm getting with this Emperor. Where are you an authority figure on something, okay? That might be a great thing to kind of consider and say, hey, is that a particular passion of yours? Sometimes what we find is something that you do very well is something you might be very interested and passionate about, but you haven't considered the fact that other people are looking for some of that. They need help. They need help with whatever you're really good at, okay? So just kind of getting that. I've been thinking about this myself, so, it's certainly an area to consider. You were represented by the Five of Wands. Now, this isn't probably too surprising given the fact that, you had the Three of Swords in your recent past, and you've been kind of in your head subconsciously. So this might be an inner conflict, but it could also just be a little bit of a conflict with somebody else, somebody who, who kind of hurt you, who might have broken your heart or disappointed you, all right? You might have had a little bit of a disagreement or different, a different viewpoint, okay? It's kind of what I'm getting there too. So just be careful of that. Be careful of like your mindset, right? Your mindset, where attention goes, energy flows. Remember that. So be very mindful of that, because the person or situation that you're calling in, if you can kind of get past some of that energy, that negative, low vibe energy, you're bringing in a whole brand new beginning. So this is an outpouring of love. This could be, maybe it's a reconciliation. I don't think it is for everybody, but this could be something like, when you release the pain and suffering of the past and you separate yourself from that and you see yourself as being a valuable, lovable person, you might let something brand new in. This could be a brand new love coming towards you. It could be something really wonderful, okay? But I do feel like there's still part of you that's still very guarded, okay? So when we talk about like in the areas of your hopes and fears, I do feel like you're kind of guarded. So you're a little bit protecting your position. And again, I think that comes from like maybe this pain and suffering. So what I'm gathering from this reading is that, there's something that's been kind of holding you back. There's been something that's subconsciously an experience, perhaps. It might have been in the recent past, might even be longer, where you suffered or where you were disappointed, hurt, or whatever the case is. And it's kind of keeping you in this guarded position. But I do think that like we need to move past that. If you want a transformation, if you want to transform and allow this new love to come in, we need to allow this to happen, okay? But you also need to kind of release the past and realize that's not you. That's not who you are. That was an experience. It was in your past, and it's no longer serving you, and that's not who you are anymore. So you need to let that go. I don't know what that is. How does that apply to you? Let me know in the comments. Then in the outcome, we have the Ace of Swords. Hey, this is a brand new beginning. Like this is the start of something new, like birth of an idea. This could be a communication, this could be related to this, frankly. It could be a communication leads to a new beginning in love, okay? That could be one thing, okay? It could also just be like the birth of an idea, a new communication, connecting with new people, connecting with whomever. But this is an exciting brand new beginning. Like I said, more ideas, more experiences. Maybe this is kind of, this is the idea. Maybe this is the birth of the idea that leads to your transformation, okay, that you've been looking for. But new beginnings, a new beginning is always a good thing, right? We always cherish these new beginnings. This is an opportunity for you to kind of take something and run with it, right? Think about the page of swords. The page is typically running in like with this sword. Maybe this is the opportunity. Hey, something is being presented to you, like it's an idea, it's an offer, it's whatever it is that could bring about a brand new beginning. Grab that sword and run with it, because this is an exciting time to do it. And remember, you're moving away from all this negative energy of this and even like the need to seemingly defend yourself. Okay, so let's see what the Romance Angels Oracle cards have to say, what kind of guidance they want to give us as we head into this last week of November 2020. I will just do a quick shuffle here. So what did you think of this reading? Let me know in the comments down below. I think, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay, so we have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Okay, maybe that's kind of you, like, maybe that's what you're even doing a little bit here too, right? But also think about if you retreat from the world, maybe it's an opportunity to kind of go within and do some resetting. Okay, the term resetting just came to me. So do a little bit of a reset in this retreat. Oh, okay, it's not going to stand up. Now we're going to use the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle card. I'm just going to cut the deck there. Okay, shared inspiration. Throw yourself into a new project. Be willing to let go of the time constraints and the rules. Really be aware of whatever fulfills your heart. Okay, comes back to this. This is the inspiration to get into a new project. What fulfills you? What lights you up? What sets you on fire? What gives you that fiery energy in your gut? Go pursue that. So, hey, I thank you for being here. I hope this resonates. Let me know in the comments down below. Have a great week. Thank you for being here. I'll be back again soon.